Today we're listening to Fire Inside by Casey Edwards and Victor Borba. Yeah, see, this is why I like Casey's music. It is incredibly melodic. Bum, ya, ba, da, bu, da, da. That is awesome. We're gonna have a slow ramp up here. You know, I love this style of singing because it is so guttural. And it's funny because it uses false chords. So, you inside of me, blah, 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 blah. It's amazing. I can't do that. Inside of me, inside of me. I mean, this is crazy. It's so cool. It's so powerful because the lower range like that, when we press into it, and the way that we're doing that is essentially like creating an air pocket, basically. And it's just so satisfying to hear that kind of sound quality come out because it's so powerful and it gives it that like demonic, devilish sound quality that's so hard to replicate. Most people cannot do that sound. So the fact that Victor's like an expert at the soundscape is so cool. And like I said at the very beginning, I love how melodic, even Casey's music there is so melodic, it right off the bat. And it doesn't just lean on rhythm. It doesn't just lean on like intensity. It's pretty intelligent music writing. It's so cool. It's so galvanizing, right? It's so in your face. It's so like, let's fucking go. You know what I mean? The sheer like vocal range, and I don't even mean like vocal range like pitch wise, but I mean the way that Victor's able to express emotion through different pitches is actually astounding. So first of all, there's so many things to talk about here. Let's go back really quickly. I want to talk about this. So right in this corner, we get this like EDM thing right here. So you get this fusion of EDM and hard rock, and you get Victor going na 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 na, right, which is super like exclaimed, super yelled, super pronounced, but it's like in this shouted way that isn't like if I was right, like that's very like typical operatic style singing, which I know this is nothing like that at all, but then it's so crazy to me because it feels just listen. Like it's crazy. No, more mistake. Like I can't even do it. I just love that grit that comes with the style of singing because it's so guttural, raw, and I think it's actually really effective at, I don't want to say the word motivation, but it's really, really effective at motivating people and making us feel as listeners like we have to pay attention. And it's funny because we can do this in multiple different ways in music. We can either be loud, which is like this in this case, or we can be soft. And we can whisper and we can get really close to the mic. Yeah, and this is another entwined. This is that introspective, like sort of thinking inside of oneself. It's very, very, very light. Victor sounds like a tenor. Through the dark so we can find ourselves. Yeah, let's go inside so that we can find ourselves. It's very like, I'm looking for who I am. I want to understand what it means to be alive. I want to understand what it means to have this innate sense of self-worth or power or whatever. And it's really about me. And then we shift. Inside, before we lose our mind, all laid aside, it's written in our blood, two souls divide, our roots beneath the flood, we've lost control, angels with bells to toll, no we can hide the fire inside. I'm so enthusiastic about this because we have long sustained notes here that are so satisfying to listen to. Check it out. Angels with bells to toll. The angels to death to toll. We hold that stuff out, and it actually makes it more interesting, but also it makes it like really powerful when we're sustaining things. I want you to understand me. Understand me. That stretch in the words matters, much in the same way that here the stretches in the words matter as well. No, we can hide. No, we can hide. No, we can hide. Also, this rhythm is that's really like, let's go, baby. I really like the counter melody in there. Well, you get these little things that are added to this experience is what heightens it. Because if it was just the that's really fine. That's fun. It's nice rhythm, nice melody, nice whatever. But adding this subtle second melody underneath as a counter melody and that harmony really adds to the layering, which makes it far more interesting for us to enjoy. Now listen to it again. See if you can point out that melody there. What I also really like about this, Majesty, this reminds me a lot of Sprechstimme. Sprechstimme means spoken voice. What we're doing here is we're intoning on one pitch, but we're not really singing. We're intoning using voice. We see this a lot in Pierre Lunaire, pieces from the Second Viennese school in classical music. So the idea is that you have X's notated on the page, on the music notes. And so when you're articulating them, you're saying like, I am intoning these words. This song is really cool. Good job, Casey Edwards and Victor Borba. That's Sprechstimme. It's on a pitch, but it's not sung. It's a really interesting thing. I love that. Isn't that cool too? Because it's intoned on one pitch. But the reason why it's more motivating sounding is because we go ba-da-dum. Isn't that fun? It's literally all one pitch except for one note. When that one note, the way that we raise up in pitch and go back down, we go up and then we resolve. It's really interesting how it feels good. What? How do you go from that? Victor, I need to know, because that is crazy to me. Ha, 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 away. How? What I really dig about this style is the sheer like virility that we hear, this like sort of raw, primal masculinity that feels like it like comes up from the soul, and it's like your whole body's tense, but in order to release the tension, you have to like sing it out. It's very operatic, actually. And so it's like you're like pushing this energy out, which is all singing really is. And then underneath you have this, and it's just like such a display of musical violence, but in a very cathartic, releasing sort of way. I love the doubling. Da, 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 ya, da, 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 ya, da. And I mentioned this in a lot of videos, but doubling really adds to the supportive boosting of an idea. It makes us feel connected because the doubling just raises that melody just slightly higher. So we have to tune in when we hear that doubling, and you may not even pay attention to the doubling, but the doubling is there to like elevate the point. It's really, really cool. Two souls divine. Counter melodies in there again. Yeah, and Anu Pasastri on those drums is absolutely insane. Look at the lyrics though. Darkened dynasty, endless rivalry, meeting violently, you can't change me. Fire, it's ebony, then it's ivory, making revelry, you can't break me. Can't stop and I will never hit the brakes. All 9 levels, and no matter what it takes. Let's freaking go, baby. We can reduce that down to 1 sentence. I'm not gonna allow myself to, I'm gonna grow, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna succeed, I'm gonna be victorious, I'm gonna win. Good job. That's a good song. Really cool. I'm gonna listen to that at the gym. If you like this sort of stuff, there's more videos on the channel, all sorts of stuff, reactions, analysis, reviews, music stuff, anything related to video game music is there. Thanks a ton, and I'll see you later. Bye.